Imagine two surgeons performing the same procedure. One makes an open incision, the other uses a tiny scope through a small puncture. Same goal, but different path, and in ICD-10-PCS, the path makes all of the difference. In ICD-10-PCS, the approach, character 5, is one of the most important details for coding procedures accurately. We've spent a lot of time breaking down the root operations, which is what the surgeon did, but now it's time to focus on something just as important: how the procedure was performed. Was it open, percutaneous, endoscopic? This one detail can completely change your code assignment, the story it tells, and its impact. In this video, we're decoding the approach so you can code accurately and with confidence. And if you'd like the documents that we're using in the video to follow along or for your own practice, I've linked them below and you can download them for free. All right, so let's get started. The fifth character in the ICD-10-PCS code represents the approach, as we see here, the method or the technique used to reach the procedure site. In the medical surgical section of the PCS, there are 7 approach character values. We have the open approach, the percutaneous approach, which is value 3, percutaneous endoscopic, which is value 4, via natural or artificial opening, value 7, via natural or artificial opening endoscopic, value 8, via natural or artificial opening with percutaneous endoscopic assistance, value F, or the external approach, which is value X. Now, we are going to go into each of these in great detail later in the lecture. So when procedures target internal body sites, they are generally accessed in one of 2 ways. We're either going to enter through the skin and mucous membranes or via an external orifice. The skin or mucous membrane may be punctured or incised to reach the procedure site. All open and percutaneous approaches are classified under one of the following categories. We either have an open, a percutaneous, or a percutaneous endoscopic. And again, we'll go into these in greater detail in a few moments. Additionally, a procedure can be performed through an external opening, which may be a natural opening such as the mouth, or artificial. An example would be a gastrointestinal stoma. In the ICD-10-PCS classification, these external openings are categorized as follows: via natural or artificial opening, via natural or artificial opening endoscopic, and via natural or artificial opening with percutaneous endoscopic assistance. The final type of approach is external, and the external approach is performed directly on the skin or mucous membrane, such as a skin excision, or it may be performed directly by the application of external force through the skin, such as that which would be used in a closed reduction of a fracture. So let's take a look at our approach values here a little bit more closely. So as you can see, our first one is an open approach. And the key here is that we're cutting through the skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers necessary to expose the site of the procedure. You can notice here that we do not have any instrumentation, meaning that we do not have a scope involved. We are accessing it through the skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers. The method to get there is cutting. And an example would be here. Let me zoom in a little bit. As you can see, this is an open appendectomy. And they're going in here and they're directly visualizing the site where they are going to remove the organ, okay? So there's no scope that's needed. There's no ports. We are actually opening up the abdomen. We are going in and removing it under direct visualization. Okay. So our next one is going to be percutaneous. And the definition of percutaneous is entry by puncture or minor incision of instrumentation through the skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers necessary to reach the site of the procedure. Again, the key here is puncture or minor incision. The access location is the skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers, similar to the open approach. The method is a puncture or a minor incision. There is no visualization, meaning that there is no scope involved. Now, there may be some fluoroscopy or ultrasound that's used to help with gaining access to the specific location, but there is no scope that is involved. And an example of this would be a needle biopsy of the liver. You can see here that there's a lesion on the liver. There's a small puncture with the needle going in to take the biopsy. Now, again, there may be like an external ultrasound or some fluoroscopic guidance or something like that with the percutaneous approach, but there is no scope involved. All right, let's move on to percutaneous endoscopic. And again, what helps me to remember this is the endoscopic part. We should be seeing in our operative report that some form of scope was used to perform the procedure. The definition of this is entry by puncture or minor incision of instrumentation through the skin or mucous membrane and any other layers necessary to reach and visualize, that's important, and visualize. The scope is going to aid us in visualizing the site of the procedure. Again, the entry is skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers. It's by puncture or minor incision, but now we have visualization. Okay, so we have ports. These instruments are going to go through these small puncture holes, and then we have a port here for the camera. And this is what we would consider a laparoscopic procedure. Again, a scope is being used. We're not completely opening up this abdomen to have direct visualization of the gallbladder here. We're using these ports and we're inserting a camera in here to help aid in the visualization. All right, so now let's move on to via natural or artificial opening. And again, this is entry of instrumentation through a natural or artificial external opening to reach the site of the procedure. And again, our access location is going to be a natural or artificial external opening. Remember, we looked at either the mouth is one way or the gastrointestinal stoma. This is direct entry, and we do not have visualization. We do not have a scope in this example here. So an example of this would be an endotracheal tube insertion. You can see here, there is no scope involved, and they are going through the mouth to put in the endotracheal tube. Now we have a very similar one, but this involves the use of the scope via natural or artificial opening endoscopic, which does utilize a scope. This is entry of instrumentation through a natural or artificial external opening to reach and visualize. Again, the difference between the two of these is this one's to reach the site of the procedure. This one is to reach and visualize the site of the procedure. Entry point is going to be a natural or artificial external opening. Again, we have direct entry, but in this circumstance, we have visualization. And here you can see an example. Let's zoom in a bit of a gastroscopy. Here we have our scope going through, and it's going down in through the esophagus, through the sphincter. The gastroscope is in here. We have a light to help us identify where we want to perform or inspect. So again, this would be an example of our via natural or artificial opening endoscopic. Now, this one isn't used as commonly, but it's via natural or artificial opening with percutaneous endoscopic assistance. And this would be entry of instrumentation through a natural or artificial external opening and entry by puncture or minor incision of instrumentation through the skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers necessary to aid in the performance of the procedure. Again, our entry point is going to be the skin or mucous membrane and any other body layers. The method is going to be direct entry with puncture or minor incision for instrumentation only. And then in this one, we do have visualization. So a really good example of this would be a laparoscopic assisted vaginal hysterectomy. So they're going in laparoscopically, but they're also going to do part of the procedure through the vagina as well. So this is the combination of via natural or artificial opening and then having percutaneous endoscopic assistance. Our last one is going to be external. And external procedures are performed directly on the skin or mucous membrane, and any procedures performed indirectly by application of external force through the skin or mucous membrane. Our access location is going to be the skin or mucous membrane. The method is going to be direct or indirect application, and there is going to be no instrumentation. An example of this would be resection of tonsils. We do not need to cut through skin and mucous membrane to access the tonsils. So this would not be an open procedure because we do not have to cut through any skin or mucous membranes to get to the site of the procedure. So this would be considered an external approach. And again, in our previous example, there was a closed reduction of a fracture as well. All right, let's go over our ICD-10-PCS medical and surgical section guidelines for the approach values. So our first guideline is going to be guideline B5.2a, open approach with percutaneous endoscopic assistance. So procedures performed using the open approach with percutaneous endoscopic assistant are coded to the approach open. So an example of this would be a laparoscopic assisted sigmoidectomy is coded to the open approach. The key here is that the actual sigmoidectomy is done via the open approach. Percutaneous endoscopic approach with hand assistance or extension of B5.2b. Procedures performed using the percutaneous endoscopic approach with hand assistance or with an incision or extension of an incision to assist in the removal. Now that is very important. Assist in the removal of all or a portion of a body part, or to anastomose a tubular body part with or without the temporary exteriorization of the body structure are coded to the approach value percutaneous endoscopic. Now, we have several examples here, and the one word that I want to point out that is intrinsic to all of these is for the removal, okay? So let's go into these examples. So we have a hand-assisted laparoscopic sigmoid colon resection with exteriorization of a segment of the colon for removal. This isn't for the procedure itself. It's simply to be able to remove what was already excised or resected. A specimen with return of colon back into the abdominal cavity is coded to the approach value percutaneous endoscopic. This means that our procedure was done laparoscopically, and then we had a hand assistance to get the piece of the specimen removed. So our approach is going to be percutaneous endoscopic. A laparoscopic sigmoid colectomy with extension of stapling port for removal of the specimen and direct is coded to the approach value percutaneous endoscopic. A laparoscopic nephrectomy with midline incision for the removal or removing of the resected kidney is coded to the approach value percutaneous endoscopic. This means that we're actually doing the nephrectomy piece laparoscopically. We may have to do a small midline incision to actually remove the kidney, but this does not mean that this is the open approach. The approach used to perform the nephrectomy is what is important here, and that was done laparoscopically. So again, the key word in all of these examples is just for removing. We have to look at how they did the procedure, not how they removed the specimen to get our correct approach value. A robotic-assisted laparoscopic prostatectomy with extension of the incision for the removal of the resected prostate is still coded to the approach value percutaneous endoscopic. Let's move on to the external approach guidelines. Our first one here is going to be procedures performed within an orifice on structures that are visible without the aid of any instrumentation are coded to the approach external. And again, this is perfect. We just saw the resection of tonsils is coded to the approach external. Procedures performed directly by the application of external force through the intervening body layers are coded to the approach external as well. And again, this is closed reduction of fracture is coded to the approach external. Percutaneous procedure via device. Procedures performed percutaneously via a device placed for the procedure are coded to the approach value percutaneous. Example of this would be fragmentation of kidney stone performed via the percutaneous nephrostomy is coded to the approach percutaneous. Okay, guys, that's going to be it for our approach values and our approach guidelines. Please reach out with any questions.